All right, what's going on, traders? Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an insight into what I've been doing lately with my strategies and development. So yeah, one of the big key problems that I've been having is anytime I'm doing reversals, which is for the most part what pivot strategies are. They're mostly just catching reversals, especially like before 10:30, ideally. So yeah, the biggest problem that I've kind of been running into with that is like I'm looking for like a V reversal, like instantly up, hit something like some sort of a volume anomaly or exhaustion of some point, and then instantly just goes straight down. But that's never how it works. You know, lots of times it'll go up, it comes in, it has the back test. Sometimes it comes up and it comes down and puts in a higher low, and then it goes down. So I actually started just asking ChatGPT, like, what are the different types of reversals? What are some of the key indicators? Yeah, maybe I'll do another video and show you guys some of the questions I've been asking. But yeah, just going through ChatGPT, like, what are some of the key takeaways when it comes to reversals? How can you tell what type of reversal it's going to be? I've been using a lot of the footprint charts as well, which I find incredibly helpful. So been doing a lot of that as well. You know, what are some of the key indicators on the footprint chart that indicate it's going to be a reversal? How do you tell between absorption and exhaustion reversals? What do they look like? What are key entry triggers on different types of reversals? So yeah, just going ham, honestly, in ChatGPT has been very helpful. Even just getting like my mind thinking about different things. And so, kind of the homework that I've been giving myself a lot more is just all throughout the day with any strategy that I'm working with. I'm trying to find examples, real time examples in the market. So every day I just kind of mention if I think it was a double bottom reversal, if I think it was a failed breakout reversal, any scalping strategies, and then I go back and I kind of find them. And ideally, what I'm hoping to have is to have about 10 to 20 examples of each individual play. So, like for example, we got scalp plays in here. I've got all the scalp plays that I'm doing. The fashionably late scalp is one I'm kind of trying to zero in and notice in real time a bit more. So here's an example. Hopefully this actually shows up. I'm still a little bit new to Loom, so I'm not 100% sure if this is going to show up here for you guys. But yeah, so this is the fashionably late scalp. Ideally, what you're waiting for is this orange line to cross over VWAP, which is this thick teal line here. And as soon as that does, you enter. So that would be an entry right around here as it crossed over. And you're doing a measured move. So the bottom to the entry, to the entry, to the same distance ideally. So a measured move. So yeah, just looking for examples. You know, there's another perfect V reversal here. It's also a perfect rubber band scalp as well, straight from here up to VWAP. So just taking screenshots, trying to keep as much data as I can so that I can just quickly skip through 20 examples of these and see, okay, what does every fashionably late example look like when it works out? You know, what are some of the things that I'm noticing before? When do I notice, you know, like this maybe would have spooked me out a little bit? Is there any type of moving average that I can use? You know, maybe like this, the green line. You know, unless it crosses the green line, I don't get out. So yeah, just trying to get as much data as I can so that I can really get dialed in with all that stuff. I'm just going to come up here as well because we were talking about reversals at the beginning. I'm also trying to get a bunch of different reversals. ChatGPT was kind of mentioning that there's 4 key reversals or 4 key ones that I at least want to be looking at. Let's see here. We got the double top, we got the U reversal, we got the V reversal, and we got the failed breakout. So I'm trying to collect data for what happens when they succeed. I'm also trying to collect data for when they don't. So we've got the failed breakout reversal here, but we've got the failed breakout reversal here. You know, I'm going to have a failed U reversal. So not only can I see what it looks like when it is working, but I can also see what it looks like when it's not working. Just take a quick little look in this folder here. So as you can tell, I'll save. So I've got Tesla on April 28th. This is going to be a failed break lower or break higher type reversal. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got, as you can see, we got a line right here. We break above, but we don't have continuation, and we start selling off immediately after. So this is the failed break that I'm looking for. So once we get above this level here, what are the indicators that we're not continuing to move higher? And this is in fact going to be a failed breakout. And one of the things that I'm really liking here is I've got my footprint chart as well. So we can see exactly on the footprint. So I have all the data, even on the footprint. You know, what does it look like between the buyers and the sellers? Are there more aggressive buyers? Are there no aggressive buyers as we fail to break out? When do the aggressive sellers come in? Because that's something that really gets me all the time is I'll see a lack of buying, but we really don't start selling until the initiative sellers come in. And initiative, for anyone that doesn't know, is basically like the aggressive sellers are coming in to actually push price down, not just passive sellers sitting up here distributing into something, like basically distributing their shares. So yeah, just trying to collect as much data as I can, helping to kind of train my mind and my brain to really zero in on a lot of these different patterns. And honestly, it just kind of like gets me in the mood of like analyzing and recognizing these patterns in real time, going back and finding these patterns. And yeah, I just think it's really helpful. I would definitely advise anyone that's trying to get better to build something like this. And then the idea, obviously, is to extrapolate this. You know, once you have the data once you have the data from a bunch of your trades, like let's say I have 20 U reversal trades, I can kind of go through and actually see, as you guys have seen in my previous videos, which ones are working for me, which ones aren't. You can kind of dial them in, like dividing them up by entry types on U reversals. Maybe on a U reversal you buy it right at the bottom as soon as you have a signal near the bottom. Maybe you buy it at the neckline as it's breaking out. Which one of those entries is giving you more success. So you can just get it so dialed in with the data, but you got to have the examples first, and you got to have the data first. So yeah, this is I feel like this, just trying to recognize these things in real time, has really been helping me. I'm going to continue building this up. And I am also kind of in the process of redefining and rebuilding a new playbook for myself. So I'm going to be using a lot of these examples when I put that together. And of course, you guys will be the first ones to get sneak peeks into that. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys had a green day. I'll catch you in the next one.